Hello everyone, Omnes-D-Stahl here with another Vampyr Let's Play video, and I'm back. I've been gone for a while because I have been with family this weekend, in the Bay. It was very tiring, and I had literally no chance to record any new videos. But I had fun. It was really, really fun. I really had a great time with my family. I can't say that it's rare, but it is. It technically is rare, because I'm usually never around. I'm too busy for work. With work, excuse me. So, I'm back and I'm ready to get back into this again. What is this? Dr. Swansea's message. Jonathan Asner's Crane. Secure office. Is this something I already know? Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little bit before I get back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest, and for the staff to never enter your room. You will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed, and work at night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you will be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all must be for you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal. Now that you're not completely alone facing it, I'm glad I met you. These dark times we are all presently facing, I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Sincerely, Edgar Griffin Swansea. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I discovered about Econ in the last few years. Feel free to read about it if you need some guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me. Sure. Hold up, I think I need to fix some settings. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think I fixed the settings. Here we go. Damn, I can hear his voice from all the way up here. What was my mission right now? Did I already finish everything I could in Whitechapel? Was it? No, it's this way. Yes. Yes, I did. Alright, well, I'm not gonna fix that area. So, I guess it is time to continue my quest here. Finish the chapter. Oh, and the abilities that I have gained from the last time since, resting is coagulation. You'll block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. So I am hoping to have a chance to try that out. I'm wondering about the mesmerizing, though. Well, how do I raise level? Is it after I grab someone, or maybe at some point when I level up? I don't know. Did I get any new passives? No, I don't think I did get any new passives. No, just one new ability. Alright. Here we go.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
Why on earth do you have a skull in your hands?
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Yeah, this is... Your words bring comfort. This is no gift. I'm a living paradox. I mean, yeah, it's true that his words bring comfort, but at the same time, my sentiment is that this isn't really quite a gift. But at the same time, I feel this one. I'm a living paradox. Yeah, I'll go
There
with
is
that.
an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
I like how Dr. Swansea is actually really innocent looking, despite knowing the horror. I mean, he's a doctor. Obviously, he's seen the horrors of the world and stuff like that. But like, asking a vampire to deal with a situation. What? Do you want me to kill them? No, I don't want to. What? Nah. What is this? Dear Dr. Swansea, I must inform you of my deepest reservations concerning the Dr. Thoreau Strickland and Harvey Fiddick case. Mr. Fiddick has been hospitalized after severe work injury. He may permanently lose the use of his arm if not treated adequately. Dr. Strickland claims that a surgical procedure might save the man's arm completely. I say it may also sever its functions for good if complications arise. Our young colleague is an audacious and daring surgeon who might prove a great professional in a few years, but for now he lacks the skills to perform such a risky procedure. Now I remind you of the mistakes he made in the past. Need I remind you of the mistakes he made in the past? Since Dr. Strickland refuses to listen to me, I strongly advise you to forbid him to perform such a hazardous experiment. That is valid. I might have to talk to him in a bit. Alright, here we go. Or I can do that now, before I continue on with the mission. Right, Alonzi! Hello, are you important? I need to talk to you. Is this you?
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Oh,
Dr.
Tippett.
Reed, any good news to share?
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Yeah. Alright, this way. This wing of hospital must be you!
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Let's see. Oh, I got more. Let's go with this.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
Did you know Dr. Ackroyd never reported your experimental research, despite the fact he doesn't agree with it?
Really? I didn't suspect he knew about my work. I must confess I am surprised.
Perhaps he thinks you should realize for yourself the danger of what you're doing.
See how condescending he can be? My God, he can be so irritating.
Bruh. Okay, I get that you're ambitious, Dr. Strickland, but seriously, back that up a notch. What is this rumor of blackmail? Hold on.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
What's her face first? So I have now the full information for that dude. So if he annoys me, I can just munch on him. But I don't have the high enough mesmer for that, so.
I wasted too
Okay,
much
well, wait.
and did so little result.
The pain.
Do I have
Here
anything new
again.
for
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
some questions? Here we go.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken
Have
inside,
I already
is all.
done this?
While I'm busted on the
I feel like I have
outside.
done this already.
But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Nothing new.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
I can't enter there yet. I gotta go around. Speak to this. Do you have any new hints?
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Yeah, no. That's...
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Huh. Alright. Ah, she's over here.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Is it? That's
Good evening,
the
Dr. Reed.
vampirist.
It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
Where are you staring at?
You're a
miss?
vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
Yeah, there's
I
another
hope you're
one of my
more
kind.
disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Can I do the other ones before I continue on?
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
I guess.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
All right.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Here's the thing about trying to ask these other questions before please continue is that if I ask one of these other questions, does that change her response when I press please continue? Or am I safe to ask these other questions and then press please continue without any consequence of potential like is another vampire threatening you? What do you want from me? And why not solve this yourself? Now that I say it out loud, I might be fine.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Okay.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Point taken. Very good advice.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
All right. What was it? Harriet Jones was the gossip? That's funny. Reminds me of the character in Doctor Who.
Last summer's epidemic was difficult.
You're not Harriet
Pembroke
Jones.
is so lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know.
Harriet Jones is the lady with
Met
the
him in New York.
bloody
Only
apron,
there were more
correct?
of us, with less resignation
let me go
and
find
more
it.
determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the same for the others.
You look exhausted. You're pushing yourself too hard. You don't have to bear the burdens of this hospital alone.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
I'm glad he's finally talking to her. Alright then.
You always reveal all your secrets to me, even the darkest thoughts in your
You're not.
heart.
You? Are you Harriet Jones?
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
No.
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Alright.
Have you heard of any blackmailing going on within these walls?
I have no time for mortal
Not the right
games.
Harriet.
My secrets are beyond their comprehension, Dr. Reed.
You got
I'll
it.
leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I'm gonna keep that.
Ghost on every street.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
With you at our side, Dr. Reed,
you.
I know that Pembroke will
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Huh. Okay.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings within the hospital?
I don't have time for such nonsense, Doctor. I've work to do.
Are you certain? You seem nervous.
If you have something in mind, just speak up, Doctor. Otherwise, stop breathing down my neck.
Blackmail is a serious matter, Nurse Hawkins.
Everything is serious around here, Dr. Reed. Starting with patients who need me.
Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I won't be able to mesmerize you at all.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Let's see if I can find another you.
Good evening, sir.
Dr. Reed, may I help you?
Dorothy.
Have you heard rumors about blackmail within the hospital?
I don't have time to listen to all the idle gossip that floats in these halls, Doctor.
Right. Not you.
I'll see you later,
Bye.
Nurse Crane.
Talk to Harriet.
Don't waste your time with me.
That means there should be another doctor? Maybe. Harriet. Harriet. Or I could just follow that. I mean, that's valid. Here we go. Ah, the door's open now. Oh, hello, young lady.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
Wow, those are some.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them.
So she
Keep
has
their legs shut. I've seen
a
them
vendetta
scratching
against these
slutty
nurses and doctors.
sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Then that's Pippa Hawkins.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Though I know the lady cavorting with a man is Pippa. So I won't go to her first. I'll go with Gwyneth. Gwyneth Brannigan. She's out here somewhere, correct? Damn, she has a voice in that Harriet. She's not out here. Alright. She to the right. Here you are.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
I don't know about this.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Fair enough.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse.
Fair.
Call me if you need assistance.
Alright. Okay. Dorothy Crane. No, it's obviously Pippa. Dorothy! Where are you? Where, Hello? Not here.
Disgust.
Back here, maybe? Why Pippa specifically? Let's go down. So I've got two. One of them is Pippa. That's Pippa, but I want Miss Hockey. No, not her. Crane, Miss Crane. Dorothy Crane. Hello, hello.
It's really pissed me off this time.
Okay.
What must I do? What must I do? This isn't even my neighborhood. Don't worry, we're safe.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Now that is suspicious. So even if I went to Dorothy, that wasn't the way. Well, let's see if I can go back. That's very, very interesting. Almost out of time, too. First, let me see if I can pick up Hippo. Run this way? Is it circle? Yes, circle.
The pain.
Over here.
It's here again. So many deaths. It's still working.
Where is Dr. Nurse's ghosts? She's not. Weird. Alright, just gotta find Pippa and then I'll be able to stop. All the way down here, you and here. There you are.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
I see. Pippa thinks it's her. It's not her.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
It's someone else. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go up to the gate and just run, gentlemen, run. Let's see. Jonathan has a weird way of running. Alright then, I will end the video here. Well, I'm happy to be back, but there's so much to cover. I didn't expect the chapter to be so well. Honestly, the chapter should have been so long, you know, for a story-driven game. Well then, whew. I guess I'm a little nervous. I'm at a friend's house recording this in front of them. They're ignoring me, so yes. I'm glad to do another Let's Play. Another will be coming up soon. So, this has been Omnes-D-Stahl out. Thank you very much for watching.